George to Riley's house. No answer. Well, George, and I always tell them, and don't tell George I said this because then he torments my life. But of course, they told him, she told him, because she didn't answer me until the next day to say, oh, I'm feeling better. She mentioned nothing about taking him to, well, they took him to Riley's house, and they all had this wonderful dinner, which apparently was a plan, because Riley's mother gave George some quiche. Oh, give this to your mother. I met the girl once. I don't have any, listen, I feel bad for Riley, but it's not like he robbed a bank that I could forgive him. It's like, I think of infants and people stealing other people's children and abusing them, and he was looking at that for 4 years. So That's where I have the problem, you know what I mean? So, this little Chris Levin that all I see is he's always in trouble with everything because he's got a big friggin' mouth and doesn't know when to shut up. That's what I feel about him. I feel like he's just like starting trouble wherever he goes. You know, like Mr. Magoo. If you look him up, Mr. Magoo, he walks around starting trouble. And and he doesn't even know it or he doesn't give a shit. But all I know is he picked up my kid, the both of them, a big secret, and went to their houses for dinner. Now, George must have said, oh, Chris Levitt, he wants you to like him. He wants you to, this is George when he came home, because I guess he knew, because I said to Jesse, please do not, wherever you go, don't take him to Riley's, and I got no answer. So apparently she told George, your mother called me and texted me, you better not go to Riley's. Meanwhile, they're all sitting having a nice dinner together.
How'd you know they were at dinner?
He was at his house.
No, but I'm saying, how'd you know? Oh, he told you he went there?
Well, now George was, upset because I know, and he's being really sweet. Well, I know, Ma, but, I do want to see him again. And, Chris is so great to me. He tells me how great I am and that I should, make you dinner. I said, look at this little rat. Yeah, you make him dinner and you're taking my kid to somewhere he doesn't belong. And I don't care that I don't even know how old Chris is. Everyone that's 22 and 23 to me are still 17. But to George, they're these big, great people in the world because that's his mentality. My son has a problem.
Yeah.
So I would like to call Chris and tell him if he ever does this again or does jeopardize my son in any way, because George loves him because he gives him the spiel how wonderful he is and how he should respect his mother, which I don't know, is maybe that's the way he rolls, trying to make the kid be nice to the mother. And then the other day, I saw at the gym. She works out there. Now, you can't talk to Greg because Greg is an ass. And he's like, oh, well, that stage thing. And she took my son to Riley's house and just dropped him off. I don't know this.
Which girl?
All I know is... What?
Which girl is this?
Riley's mother.
Oh, his mother. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea about any of this. This is all news to me.
Yeah. So when you told me in Florida, when I told you I wanted his number, you told me you took care of it. What did you tell him?
So I talked to him, and he told me, like, yeah, I respect that, and I would never make George do something like that. This is what he told me. So I thought...
something like what?
Like he said he wouldn't, like, yeah, I wouldn't force George to go see Riley, or because I told him, like, yeah, dude, don't take him there or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Really? Well, he did.
Yeah, that's.
And the only reason why George told me was because I guess Jesse said your mother called and said not to go to Riley's, and sure enough, that's where they were going.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, I would never know this.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and the next day, all she did was text me, oh, good morning. Oh, I'm feeling better. Because I said, how are you feeling? Because she has a problem. Mm-hmm. And oh, by the way, tell Chris never, ever to take my son to Riley's. So I didn't get an answer until the next day. Oh, thank you. I'm feeling better. She mentioned nothing about Riley.
Yeah, it's probably a weird subject for her to broach.
The thing is, you're picking up my kid and taking him to Riley's.
Yeah, no, that's not okay. And we're gonna end up having a group discussion with this about Chris because George is very what's the word? He's very
Naive.
he's very
Naive.
he's very impressionable. So it's and I
And I'm
was
starting to think that I don't think this Chris is so wonderful. I think he's a bullshit artist. Because kind of George talks to me like, oh, he's so cute. He does this, he does that. Oh,
what?
meanwhile, he's in trouble over here. He's in trouble over there. He's got a big mouth and will throw his ass out of everywhere because he doesn't shut up. And I think he just thinks he knows everything.
Yeah, that's why Felicia left the group chat when we invited her.
I mean, he thinks like he knows everything. Meanwhile, that's why everybody wants to kill you right now. And I'm saying to myself, George is like, oh, he's so nice. He wants to know what kind of flowers that you like, Mom. What kind do you like? Because he's a botanist and he wants to give you flowers, but he wants me to give them to you because I want to show him I love him. Like, oh my God.
Right. Tremendous. I mean, do you want me to send you his number? Because I feel you should have that
Oh,
discussion.
yeah, I'm going to talk to him, or either one of my father's friends will be talking to him.
Oh.
He could have, because listen, I'm not for 18 years tormented myself, which making my son be as a productive young man. I tried my whole life with this kid, and it doesn't seem like it's ending anytime soon. So I am so stressed out, and I need therapy of how to handle my son who has ADHD, trying to put him on the right medication. That's the wrong one, this and that, and I know he'll probably be with me with the rest of my life, which is fine. I said, we're going to get a little house, me, you, and Graham. If there's a basement, we'll make it an apartment for you. You'll be wonderful. Don't worry, because I know George is very naive. And here you got this guy, this Chris. I think it, because listen, I'm a disco queen from the 80s. I went out with every ass that was known to man. So I know about men and guys and boys and, different kinds that there are. Sorry to say, but I know. So I sit there and I look at people, and there's a lot, some are very nice, or I think they are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you are very nice. I hope I got that right.
Oh,
but, you never know.
Right.
And here you are, I'm working so hard to take George to the therapist. Now I got to take him to Montalbano for the knee. Then I got to take him to New Jersey for that. Then I got to take him here. Then I'm going to take him to nutritionist. Then I got to get him medication. And you're friggin' taking my kid to Riley's house?
Yeah, it's not.
On a sneak?
That's not okay.
I have to kill this kid, Mr. Wonderful. So friends like you, we don't need in this family.
Yeah.
And every time I tell them, don't tell George, they tell him immediately. And then I'm in trouble, and I don't want to hear it. I'm trying to be as calm as possible with my kid because of the medication,
Yeah, right. Yeah, I totally understand.
Like a sneak. Because you want to go visit Riley with Jesse. Oh, they like him. Good. I'm very happy. Leave my kid alone. I'm working on my kid.
Yeah. Listen. So I'm gonna send you his number, and I'll have you talk to him. Like I said, this is gonna be brought up in a group discussion because that's not okay. We've all been trying to look out for George here, and that's not the proper step there to take on his end.
What is the group thing mean? What does that mean?
Like this circle at Warriors, like Jake, who's been trying to, he's usually the voice of reason with these type of things. And in terms of handling Chris, because we have to deal with Chris all the time, as you could imagine.
Yeah, but that's why all of a sudden he's putting his hands into my son. Right. He's the only one that probably likes you right now.
Yeah.
Because Schultz will say to me, oh, they threw him out of this. It's because he got a big mouth. Oh, they stood up for Jesse. He should mind his own business. They're two different individuals. What made him the voice of reason?
No, not
Chris. He's going to get his ass kicked one day, that kid.
Not Chris. Chris isn't the voice of reason. I meant Jake in terms of dealing with Chris. Cause Chris.
Oh, I know that, but I'm just, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because like you said, he's got a big mouth. But,
Oh, yeah, like I can't even say, listen, I want to tell you something about this. Don't say anything. Immediately, they're on the both of them.
Yeah. I tell him, and I always tell him too about, he's dealing with George, and he's very opinionated.
Oh, extremely.
Yeah. So,
opinionated about everything. I had him sit in my house for breakfast many times. Very opinionated.
So I'll send you I'll send you his number.
Yeah. You think I should talk to Jake before I talk to Chris?
I'm gonna talk to Jake and see what he says, and then I mean, do you want to take it from there? Because Jake, there's only so much he's gonna be able to do, but in terms of this situation, you should handle directly with Chris, because
That's what I believe. Yes, because I'm sitting here right now at the cemetery with my father, and he's like, "Get the kid on the phone."
Yeah. All right, so let me send you his number so you can rectify the situation as best you can.
Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to be nice, but it just comes out in me. That's how I am. I'm just like my father. I'm a nice person. I mean well, but I have to talk loud. It's just the way it is. But there's no way I'm going to let you come into my life and screw with my son.
No, that's crossing the line. You don't mess with family.
Yeah, exactly. Unless I'm this is I have lost sleep for 2 days. I can't go to bed to thinking about this kid. And then I woke up this morning thinking about this kid. I can't. I'm ruining my life. I'm going to church with my mother at 12, and I thought maybe I should go to church before I called the guy. But I don't know, because this is ridiculous. I just wanted to leave my son alone.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
And I'm going to tell him, and if you're planning on you and Jesse going to California, you're not telling my son he's going with you. He's going nowhere with you, ever.
Hey,
get the hell out of here.
Tell him. Yeah, no, he might be, because I'm sure Chris will say, oh, he's 18 and he can make his own decisions, but no, you're still his mother at the end of the day.
He's George. Yeah, he's really like 11. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah. I completely understand. So I'm gonna send you his number, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, let me know how it goes.
I may tell you I'll tell you what happened.
All right.
Thank you, J. George.
No problem. Bye.
Hey everybody, this is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and you are listening to Damage 365 Radio. And remember, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hello, ladies. The Big Valboski here, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, selling wrestling memorabilia from all around the world, including WWE, TNA, Japan, Mexico, and the very best of the independents. They've got action figures, DVDs, autographed memorabilia, t-shirts, and more. Plus, stop in and get tickets for great promotions like UWA Elite, CZW, and many others. Located indoors at the world-famous Englishtown Flea Market, Green Building, booth number 35 on 90 Wilson Avenue, Manalapan Township, New Jersey. Open every Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Log on to Facebook.com/Funkenstein Inc. for more information.
This is the War Machine Rhino, the last ever ECW World Heavyweight Champion, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Keep listening or you'll get gored in half.
WarriorsOfWrestling.com. See roster profiles of past and present Warriors of Wrestling stars. Over 50 highlight videos of Warriors of Wrestling events, full-length matches, order tickets to future Warriors of Wrestling events, and an extensive DVD collection featuring past events, compilations, documentaries, and much, much more. Only at WarriorsOfWrestling.com.
This is Lanny Poffo, formerly